Oh, there's a new addition. A new player has entered.
It's all the way across the park.
I'm at a severe disadvantage.
But I'm screaming on the inside. Hey everybody, it's Molly.
And Duckfist.
And we are here with another All Ears Ultimate Challenge. We're here in Hollywood Studios.
I came from the actual Hollywood to the Hollywood that never was and always will be.
Just like our other Chaos games, we have another Chaos board, but this one is intense.
This is the ultimate Chaos board. All of the different changes you've seen so far combined into one board. We've got the blackout squares, we've got the Wheel of Fortune squares, and we've got the whammy squares back from the other three games, and we don't know where any of them are gonna go. Oh, there's a new addition. A new player has entered.
I almost forgot.
Can't forget the hot dog.
I'm
Enjoy
so
that.
I'm furious right now.
That's a nightmare.
My face might look happy, but I'm screaming.
She hates a hot dog.
3, 2, 1.
The battle has begun. Hot Dog and I are going to the Brown Derby because I can actually get 2 clues right off the bat here. Maybe 3. No, I can only get 2 things in each location. So I'm gonna get the 2 things that are exclusive to the Derby. That is taking a photo in front of a giant hat, and that is the autograph book. Rudely, Duckfist sent me a selfie with the giant hat, but that's fine. We're gonna get 2 other things here. The first is we are gonna get our first salad, which is the famous Cobb salad here. That is our first of 4 salads. Do I have to eat a bite of this even though I'm not getting the whole square? No, my producer says no, since I would not be achieving the square. I don't have to eat a bite unless it is the final portion of the multi-part clues. I have to name a Bug's Life character, and I will say Flick, the bug, the main bug, the ant. You know who I'm talking about.
I've got 2 squares in mind as I'm heading over here to the left. And the first one is gonna be right over here by the Dockside Diner. One of my favorite Easter eggs in all of Disney's Hollywood Studios are these crates that are outside the Dockside Diner, and we're gonna have to find the right one. Here they are, on the side, from Curtis Wine and Spirits Limited, shipped to Rick Blaine, Casablanca, Morocco. Again, this park really does celebrate the old world of the movies, or at least it did when it opened. And Casablanca, one of the best films of all time, a celebration, an Easter egg for that movie here. I'm gonna sit down for just a moment, hopefully find a place where I cannot get rained on.
All right, we're gonna check out who has signed today, because this is the autograph book here inside the Brown Derby. Celebrity guests sign the autograph book, and every day they pick a new page to display. So we've got Kenny Jackson, who is a football player. Looks like we've also got Ty Blue, Rashawn Fegan, and people from they're from Camp Rock and Shake It Up. So I have gotten that, but I'm gonna go outside to eat the hot dog before I can officially claim this square. All right, I am gonna go to Sunset Boulevard now, but I have to make a little pit stop before we really start scooting down the street, because it says find an old decaying billboard and go where it's advertising. And there's a really cool detail in this park where here, around by the backside of the Starbucks, you have a decaying billboard for the Hollywood Tower Hotel in its heyday. And of course, that is the setting of the Tower of Terror. So I have to go to where it's advertising in order to get that clue. So off we go. I normally don't love going down Sunset to start a game because it bookends you and it's a trap and a dead end and you have to turn back around, and I hate backtracking. But I also know that Duckfist hasn't been in this park in about 5 years, and I come here a lot. So it's actually smarter for me to get the clues that I think he can get as well. And then that way he will end up stumped at some point and I can go get the clues that he doesn't know.
All right, so we got the Casablanca square, we got the giant hat square, and the other one that's right near this area Oh, and I see it in the distance, everyone. I'm looking for some snowflakes. Now, right over here at the Hyperion Theater, you can see the Frozen Sing-Along Celebration still has been operating. It's the only stage show that's been operating since the reopening. And originally, this show premiered at the Premier Theater, which no longer exists. That was over by the Streets of America. And then shortly after, due to the popularity, it got moved over to the Hyperion Theater, and much more central, still operating today. They do have social distancing guidelines in place, but we'll see what changes. And my top 5, whoop, there are the snowflakes. I need to tell my top 5 Walt Disney World theater shows by some snowflakes. Now, I did find some snowflakes. Ooh, top 5, tough. Here we go. Theater shows. All right. Number 1, Festival of the Lion King. I think it's the show to see at Disney's Animal Kingdom. It's probably, I think, the best show on Disney property. Number 2, I'm gonna go with Fantasmic. I love Fantasmic. It's actually hard for me to put folk over it, but I actually like the Disneyland version better. So come to California, check out Fantasmic in Disneyland. We have a real dragon. Number 3, I actually think this show's very good. Frozen Sing-Along Celebration. They do a great job of retelling this story. Number 4 is Finding Nemo the Musical. And number 5, I was just talking about this show the other day. I'm gonna put Flights of Wonder, or the Up Show. I love learning about birds, but not a showstopper, not a thing that I would want to go visit. I know I am forgetting theater shows. I'm so sorry, all of my entertainment friends. In this moment, being put on pressure, competing, this is the only 5 shows I can think of. So top to bottom, there you go.
I have made it to the Hollywood Tower Hotel, which means it's time for another hot dog bite. I went too big last time. Took me way too long to eat it, so smaller bite this time.
We're keeping on moving, everybody. We had a plan, and so far it's going swimmingly. Next up on my list, as I've rounded the corner, you might know where I'm going already because you've seen the board. You know what we're trying to accomplish, and I need to find Indy's hat. It's been a while since I saw it. I'm just gonna be honest with you, but I'm pretty sure I can find it over here at Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular. An opening, nope, that's not quite true. This show's been around since the earliest days of Disney Hollywood Studios, back when it was Disney MGM Studios, and it's a fan favorite. Currently not operating, but can't wait till it's back. Boy, I was just doing theater shows. I didn't even think about this one. This is definitely better than Flights of Wonder and Nemo. I'd probably put it 3. Let's alter my list. Put it in 3, let's knock the others down. Great news. And just as I planned it, there is Indy's hat on display with all of these awesome little relics, calling back to the adventures of Dr. Jones. Indiana Jones' hat is right here, right across to the right of the Jeep and right across from Epic Stunt Spectacular. That looming dark cloud behind it makes it feel truly epic. If you're looking for the hat, here it is. All right, y'all, first reveal for our little chaos board here. We just found out our first letter in the Wheel of Fortune square. It is the 4th letter in the first word, N. So, you know, that's not helpful. Anyway.
All right, so we are here at the Hollywood Hills Amphitheater. This is where you can normally see Fantasmic, which is my favorite nighttime spectacular in all of Disney World. It still hasn't come back, but it's that incredible story of Mickey and the good characters defeating the bad characters. And it is where I need to whistle the theme of Steamboat Willie, because that's where you can see a steamboat full of characters, because that's the dramatic ending to Fantasmic.
All right. I was planning on doing this anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and nail. Listen, this is not a popular spot, but this is truly, when I worked here, this was my favorite go-to QSFB, and here's why.
Okay. That's as good as I can whistle, folks.
It is centrally located on your way to Muppet Plaza. They have good options. You're not gonna get anything that's super different than what you get in theme park. No like Ronto wraps here, but if you're just looking for a cool place to go that is often not as busy as the other quick service locations, Backlot Express has your back. Many people walk right by this restaurant, and I find it usually has places for me to go in, to sit, it's air conditioned, the food is fine. It's comparable with all of the other quick service restaurants, but for me, it's all about the availability of seating, that I can get in and get out and not have any problems. Also, you all have seen, just like I have, that Wookiee cookie here at the Backlot Express, right? We love that. So this is my favorite quick service, and I need to do something when I'm at my favorite quick service. Oh, I just need to show you and tell you why. Well, I did. The openness is why I love Backlot Express. It hasn't changed in 5 years. I love it. I like things that stay the same.
Scooting across Sunset, back over by Rosie's All-American Cafe, which I will hate for the rest of my days because it's where this hot dog came from. Rosie's All-American Cafe is a quick service restaurant here at Sunset Market Ranch. They have 3 different locations. This is kind of your classic theme park food, hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken nuggets, pizzas, but back behind Rosie's, actually all of Sunset Boulevard is themed after in a World War II era. And in the World War II, a lot of people planted victory gardens in their homes because there was a shortage of food. So victory gardens were a way that people at home could provide food and rations. So I have to find a victory garden, which I did, and tell you a favorite vegan dish. My favorite vegan dish is actually the vegan Ronto wrap. Is actually excellent. It's got a lot of flavor, a lot of heat. Even if you're not vegan, I think you'll like it if you like spice. But I don't get that clue until I, of course, eat this hot dog, which is ironic with the vegan thing.
All right, y'all, I'm trying to just do a loop here. I think the secret to winning this thing is efficient pathing. All right, Molly has a certain approach. Now, I did team up with her on the first game. I've seen how she plays, all right? So I have some inside knowledge. There's not a lot of holes in her game, but I think efficient pathing is key for you to get clues very quickly. That's really my strategy here. And I'm gonna head right over into Muppet Plaza. Now you will see, as they have changed Streets of America to Galaxy's Edge, lots of changes come to this area. It is completely different than when I used to run around these roads, but Muppet Plaza has remained. Muppet Vision 3D is still here, which I'm so grateful for. It's, again, another theater attraction that is wonderful.
While I'm here at Rosie's though, I'm gonna grab another salad. They actually have a fabulous salad. It's called the Rosie's All-American Salad right here on the menu. It's got pulled pork, romaine, sweet potatoes, tortilla strips. It's really good if you're looking for something lighter. Spicy ranch dressing, it's great. And I have to name another Bugs Life character, so I will say Ada. As we're cruising down Sunset, I've got one Coca-Cola advertisement. Remember, I don't have to eat my hot dog unless I'm acquiring the whole clue. And I have to find my favorite window on Sunset as another clue. You know what? I'm gonna say this one right here. It says Director's Best Friend Inc. Stunt Dogs. I love dogs. I have 2 dogs, Kronk and Ella. They're amazing. And they would be very bad at stunts unless that stunt was being cute and sitting on my lap when they're way too heavy. But I have to tell you my 3 favorite pre-1950s movies in front of my favorite window on Sunset. 3 pre-1950s movies that I love. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, that started it all. Dumbo, how can you not love that cute baby elephant? And Pinocchio, because it's an absolutely beautiful film.
Another great quick service food and beverage restaurant option here, Pizza Rizzo. This restaurant's gone through all kinds of changes. This actually, originally in the planning of Disney MGM Studios, there was a plan to have a Muppet themed restaurant here. You're actually going to have animatronic rats bring you your pizza. That's true, by the way. That's a thing that was gonna happen. Apparently they didn't think that would go over well, so here we are. Now we have Pizza Rizzo. But up here on the left, y'all can see it. I can see it. We got a snowman.
This is actually a terrible idea, but I do think there's one at the front of the park So I'm gonna walk really fast, even though this is a dead end, to see, because I think there's one at Oscar's Garage, which is the place where you can rent strollers and wheelchairs and ECVs. Hi there! When you are in the park. So we are walking, we are moving, we are grooving. Here's this nice man who wants to offer us some Coca-Cola. Thank you, Bo, for offering me Coca-Cola, because now I have 2 from that.
While this snowman is already being played with, I do have a clue that requires me to ask you all a question. Because I like snowmen. Now, I've lived in Florida and in California. I'll be honest with you, not a lot of snowman building in my life. I could go up to the mountains and maybe get a chance to do one there, but I don't often get to, so, you know, if the chance made itself available, I just want to know to all of you, do you want to build a snowman? Come on, let's go and play. I never see you anymore except in the comments. Come out the door of the comments. It's like you've gone away from the comments.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab my 3rd salad right here. This is Hollywood and Vine. This is where you can do your character dining here in Hollywood Studios. In the afternoon, you've got Mickey and Minnie and Pluto and Goofy, and they're in cute costumes. And in the morning, you've got some of your favorite Disney Junior characters. But we're gonna go just look at the menu real quick. Because if I remember correctly from when I ate here, unless they changed it, yep, you start off your meal with a salad. So that's salad number 3, Bugs Life character number 3. We're gonna go ahead and say Hopper, the villain. Looked up here. What do I see? A 3rd advertisement for Coca-Cola on top of Hollywood and Vine. But before I can claim this square, I do have to eat another bite of hot dog real quick.
That looks like a fancy green frog to me. Check out Kermit out here outside of Muppet Vision 3D. There's the exit right there. When you exit this attraction, you would find yourself right next to a fancy green frog. And here he is, next to the loudest helicopter known to man. We have Kermit next to his love, Miss Piggy. That's perfect. And I need to name green Disney characters next to a fancy green frog. Oh, 3 green Disney characters. I'm gonna go with, you know, we'll go technicalities. So I'm gonna try to mix it up for you a little bit. I'm gonna go Grogu from The Mandalorian. Star Wars is Disney. I'm gonna go Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy because Marvel is Disney. I'm gonna go Heimlich. There are 3 green Disney characters, Grogu, Gamora, Heimlich from A Bug's Life next to a fancy green frog. That should be the square.
We have got our final location for salad. This is the 50s Primetime Cafe. This is that great restaurant where it's like you stepped back into the 50s. Looks like they've got a nice iceberg lettuce wedge there as well as a Caesar. So 50s Primetime Cafe is that really fun restaurant where everybody's your cousin and they yell at you to keep your arms off the table and finish your food, and you get a member of the Clean Plate Club. Most people want to eat the fried chicken, the meatloaf, the pot roast, that really good Southern home-cooked deliciousness. And this is my final salad, so I will say Heimlich, obviously the best character in A Bug's Life, but I have to eat a hot dog bite to get it. Just as I clenched my salads, I got a text from our producer that I was revealed 2 more things on the board. I got 2 more letters on the Wheel of Fortune square. I don't know what that is yet, but I'm still thinking about it. But then I also got visit handprints exclusive to Disney's Hollywood Studios. Now the handprints are over at the Chinese Theater. I don't know which ones are exclusive to Hollywood Studios, but I'm gonna just start guessing until I can figure it out. Yeah, we're going that way. That's where we're going now.
And so here we are in Galaxy's Edge. I've got a few clues I'm looking for, and we need to navigate into Batuu.
Just me and my hot dog walking around Hollywood Studios. Hot dog update. On my way to the Chinese Theater, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the first of the 3 park opening dates. If you look right here, this is the dedication to the park from Michael Eisner, CEO at the time, and it says the dedication date, May 1st, 1989, which is when Disney's Hollywood Studios opened.
All right, now as we walk into Galaxy's Edge, continuing from Market Plaza, we do have the first of our Galaxy's Edge squares right here on the left, because there is a square on the board that says to find a prop from a Disney show. Now, this may just look like a standard X-Wing to you, but if you were to get behind the scenes on Disney Plus about Mandalorian, one of my favorite Star Wars things that's been made, you would see that Dave Filoni actually rode in this X-Wing, and now it sits here in Galaxy's Edge at Disney's Hollywood Studios. So this is a film use prop, well, a show use prop, I suppose, from The Mandalorian, and one of its co-creators, Dave Filoni, right here, sat in that X-Wing for one of the scenes in The Mandalorian. So screen used, that should get the square.
Outside of the Chinese Theater here in Hollywood Studios, which is modeled after the Grauman's Chinese Theater over in the real Hollywood, where lots of movies premiered, notably for the Disney company, Mary Poppins premiered there. But just like the real Chinese Theater, there are handprints outside of it that celebrities have made in the cement. And I have to find some that are exclusive to Hollywood Studios, meaning they don't have a square over in California. So I'm just gonna start guessing until my producer tells me I'm right, because I don't actually know which one it is off the top of my head. Is it Sylvester Stallone? Is it Anne Margaret? Dick Van Dyke? Angela Lansbury? Harrison Ford? I can't read that.
All right, y'all, I've talked a lot about efficient pathing. That strategy works great when you know your way around, but I'll be honest, I've gotten a little turned around here in Galaxy's Edge.
The woman who played Perdita, Sally, R2-D2 and C-3PO, Danny DeVito, George Lucas, Mickey Mouse, Dustin Hoffman, Janet Jackson, no, Kermit, Jim Henson, Warren Beatty.
Luckily, I found myself back to where I wanted to be. I just took the long way. Hopefully that does not cost me.
Jenny somebody? I'm still getting no's. I'm still getting no's. Martin Short. Pee Wee Herman. Hulk Hogan. I'm still getting no's. Robin Williams. Charlton Heston. Neil Diamond.
But this is exactly where I want to be. Check out the Millennium Falcon. It's so cool. And welcome everyone to Smuggler's Run.
Audrey Hepburn. Oh, I got a guess! Audrey Hepburn only has handprints here at Hollywood Studios, but I gotta eat a bite of my hot dog to get this clue.
Now, Smuggler's Run did open first with Galaxy's Edge. While we do have Rise of the Resistance as one of the attractions here, it did not open originally with Galaxy's Edge. It opened after a simulation type attraction. You take on one of multiple roles. You can be like the pilot or the gunner. You can ride through taking on the role of a smuggler and get this really cool piloting. You get the experience of piloting the Falcon, which is just like making my dreams come true, right? I'm Han Solo in that moment. Is there anything better than that? Now, 5 Disney attractions themed to space in front of one. So we already started, we got Smuggler's Run. I've also got Rise of the Resistance. That's also here in Galaxy's Edge. I've got Mission Space over in Epcot. Spaceship Earth. How many is that? I did Galaxy's Edge, or sorry, Smuggler's Run, Rise of the Resistance, Mission Space, Spaceship Earth. This is an old school one, but I'm gonna go the Alien Encounter, the extraterrestrial attraction that was at the Magic Kingdom, replaced by Stitch's Great Escape. Another one, there's a bonus one for you. Both unfortunately gone. Is it unfortunate that Stitch is gone? It's definitely unfortunate that Alien Encounter is gone. I wish that ride was still around, but I'm less upset about Stitch. So I think that's 5. All right, so after I just got the attraction themed around space, I just found out that I hit a whammy. So I have to stop for 2 whole minutes. I don't get to move. And I hope there's not too much progress made on the other side.
I am headed to Toy Story Land. I do wonder though, here at Walt Disney Presents, if I can get the other 2 opening dates of 2 other theme parks. I got the Hollywood Studios one, but I'm thinking Epcot, Magic Kingdom, and Animal Kingdom will be in here. I'm also thinking they're not gonna let me bring food in there, so I've got to put hot dog in my backpack real quick. That'll make it definitely not any more gross. It's already gross. Gently put it in there. Okay, now we can go. So One Man's Dream and Walt Disney Presents is a really cool exhibit all about the man behind all of this magic, Walt Disney. So I love it in here. It's not only a great way to get a little air-conditioned break, but you can learn a lot about Walt. You can see artifacts of Walt Disney himself. You can learn about the history of the company and the animation. You can see really cool props in here, like the actual Abraham Lincoln used in Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln from the 1964-65 World's Fair. You can see an actual Oscar Walt Disney won. Really, really cool in here. But I'm thinking we can also find the opening dates.
Ooh, this is, 2 minutes has never felt longer than this 2 minutes right now. If you told me like, oh, do something for 2 minutes, I'd be like, no, that's, see, if you were like, you can only do this for 2 minutes, I'd be like, that's not a long time at all. But once you're like, you have to do this for 2 minutes, I'm like, that sounds terrible.
Now let me make sure it's the Disney World parks. 3 park opening dates. It doesn't clarify, so I can also look for Disneyland. Let's see. Disneyland, 1954. It opened in 1955. Disneyland's Grand is the year that Walt Disney, that's the date Walt Disney World opened, therefore the date that Magic Kingdom opened. So that is our 3rd hot dog time. Molly gave me a little tour. We did a video. You'll be able to check it out online. And she introduced me to a treat that I frankly didn't enjoy as much as she does. A little snack-a-rooch, if you will. But give him enough credit for the work that he's doing to make those Ronto wraps. And what's the oven that he's using? Look at that. That looks like a pod racer engine to me. 5 droids next to that burned out pod racer engine. Once again, I'm being put on the spot and it's not going to be great. So R2-D2, R5-D4, BB-8, C-3PO, K2SO. And takes place in Andy's backyard, so therefore you are the size of a toy and all of Andy's giant footprints are around the backyard. So here's one of his footprints and let's see how many of my feet it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Boom. I just found out that, and I think I figured it out, everyone. Our new letter is I, and I think that means that the clue is going to be Stinky Pete. Right there, can you believe it? But I have to eat some hot dog, and then I have to reenact my favorite scene from a Pixar movie. But Buzz and Woody have been separated from Andy and the rest of the toys. How are they going to get back to them? The line that's left on the map is the diagonal from bottom left to bottom right. So I have to at least, or I'll find it. Like the match, and he's like, I just lit a rocket. I just lit a rocket. Rockets explode. And they blast off into the sky. They drop RC into the moving van with all the other cars. And Buzz says, we're not flying, we're falling with style. And then they land, go through the sunroof, they land next to Andy, and Andy's like, Buzz and Woody, you've been here all along. And we got the blackout clue. Great news. It's the last one. I've been up and down Sunset Boulevard. It's all the way across the park. And worse news, all the way across the park, I know Duckfist is in Galaxy's Edge, and I hope he doesn't make it there before me. I'm hustling because not only does that mean that Molly got Stinky Pete, she also found out the blackout clue when I did, and she's closer to it. She only needs 1 square to win. She has to get to the Piston Cup. It's a long way away. She has a head start, and we only hope Molly's either not there yet or she's chowing down on that hot dog.
I see Molly. Oh, but she's eating intensely. She's got water right in front of the piston cup. She has to finish that hot dog. You've got to be joking me. I guess this is Molly's today. How you feeling, pal? Did you just finished it, huh?
Yeah.
There's no hot dog left. You know, I look at your face and I think, maybe you deserve it?
I won, but at what cost?
Well, I just think that if you came and played on my home turf, the results wouldn't be the same.
That sounds like a challenge.
No question.
May have to accept that challenge. This is what we call in the biz kids foreshadowing. But Duckfist,
That's me.
I have to tell you,
I think I have a punishment coming my way.
yes, the next time you play in a chaos match, we have a punishment. Let me make sure I have it here correctly.
Uh-huh. Can't wait to hear what it was. Rhyming, singing, eating something disgusting. I'm ready for all of those things.
In honor of your favorite attraction, during your next chaos match,
Uh-huh. Tell
you
me
have
more.
to carry around a plastic steering wheel and take us on a wild ride. You may not walk in straight lines. You have to drive us around with a steering wheel on your own Duckfist's Wild Ride.
You call that a punishment.
That sounds better than a hot dog.
And I call that a gift.
Well, friends, I need a ginger ale. Like, subscribe, follow us on social media. And until next time, I'm Molly.
I'm Duckfist.
Thanks for watching.
I do not feel terrible.
Well, that wraps up the summer of Chaos 4 now, but don't worry, we've got some exciting stuff coming your way very soon. But let us know in the comments if you enjoyed these Chaos games with the interesting boards and the punishments for our players, because who knows, Chaos could come back at any time. How else will Duckfist drive around like Mr. Toad? Please make sure to like and subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Thanks for watching!